Believe it or not, they are my walls.
Oh,
Oh, he's driving off.
maybe
Perhaps they're not my walls. Hello everyone, welcome back to the garden room DIY-ery. I didn't cover the OSB and it did rain last night, so that's damp, not what I want. In this episode of the garden room build, we are going to focus on building the walls up, and you will see in this little video that's just about to play, I've needed to work out the roof construction just so I know what the height is, which will then determine the height of the walls as well. So the overall wall height is now going to be 214 centimeters. The overall building height is going to be 250 centimeters. And I've gone for a hybrid roof construction. So not a cold roof, not quite a warm roof, but somewhere in between. And the reason I've done that is to maximize internal headroom. So I'm going to bring some timber up. I'm going to build it in sections. I'm going to build it in situ, but laying down across the deck here. Build a section, lift it, level it, screw it down, build the next section, and slowly lock it all together. You've got one floor plate, which is this piece down here. You've got two roof plates, which will be this one and then, this one, then another one on top. So I've got to account for those depths in the build up. The ceiling and the floor plates come to 14 centimeters, which means all of these uprights here need to be exactly 2 meters, 200 centimeters. So actually isn't it nice when you've got a lovely clean number like that to work with? Hopefully this time I'll get my cuts right. First of all, apologies, because once I started cutting that wood, I just couldn't stop. My God, and it's so quick. Once you start, chopping and nailing it all together, it is quick. So far, I'm just gonna recommend that if you are gonna do this, I've used 1,000 nails so far, and I've just got to the point where I'm nearly gonna do the roof joist. So I would say if you can, hire, borrow, or buy a nail gun, because that is going to save you so much time, but it is quite a quick job. So let's have a little look to see how I've got on. I have made one mistake along the way, but there you go. That's pretty good, isn't it? I haven't put the what do you call them, the noggins across here yet, because this is my mistake. I should have braced the walls so they're lovely and plumb as I was going, but I was so excited about throwing these walls up, I kind of cut a couple of corners. If you look down this run here, it's a bit hard to see on camera. It's slightly bowed, this wall, so I need to cut the timber and bring it in. And once I've done that, I can start doing the roof joists. Yeah, so look, we've got the doorway here, which is going to go into the shed area. I'm going to cut this bottom plate out eventually. make up a nice sort of ledged and framed, very basic gate really, which I'll cover in the polycarbonate there. I've got a couple of uprights to go in this section, and this is the doorway for the actual studio office. You can see when you're building the walls, you've got two timbers up here, top one being the roof plate, but the idea is to lap one of those timbers from each wall over the top of the corresponding wall and then tie them together that way. What else can I tell you about this at the moment? It's going well. That's about it. I'm really enjoying it. It was a bit threatening with the rain over the weekend. It didn't materialise, fortunately, but I've sheeted up as best I can. I'm going to take that sheeting off this morning. I'm going to cut that long wall down there. I'm going to get it braced. And as soon as it's square and I've got the noggins in, I'm going to jump on the roof. I'm finding it hard to find roof brackets at the moment because all these stores are running a little bit low because everyone's doing their DIY. Yeah. That little buckle I had down the back wall, I have resolved it. I'm not sure if you really picked up on that on the time lapse, but you can see here, see a glimmer of light. I've had to slice through the frame. As soon as I did that, and then I put these braces in, sorted the problem. Really good. What I'll do later is I'll put another brace across here and screw it so that's completely solid. That really won't matter. It will never be seen. No one will know about that little mistake, will they? Oh no, they won't. Perfect. Right. Hey. That is the last bit of framing for the walls, and I'm really sorry again that I forgot to record a lot of it. There's a few little details I need to do, like build the rest of the back of the shelf. I'm going to put in as well, but I'm going to do this after I've got the roof on, because I want to get it weathered as quickly as possible. I'll put the framework in for the bench seat, and I'll put the framework in for the desk as well. But the exciting thing is I can call the window company very soon, and they can come and measure up and get those ordered. There's a couple of different ways of doing timber corners. Because what you've got to keep in mind whenever you're building these walls is that you're going to want to secure plasterboard or timber to them when you're done. So you need to have solid corners to attach to, like that. If you come down here, this isn't going to be a problem for me. I can tell you why another day, but a gap like that in the corner is no good because you're not going to be able to attach any plasterboard to it, and it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. So you've got two ways of doing that. You bring out an extra stud like that, so you've got something in the corner, 1, 2, and blah blah blah. Or you do what I've done this side, which is called a California corner. A California corner, man. And what's that? What does that mean? That means just turning one upright on its side. There you go. You can see it from the back. There you go. And that accommodates a bit of timber there. Do you know, I really like the name of that, the California corner. That's what I'm going to call this garden room. It's going to be called California corner. Number one, because it's one of my favourite places in the world. California's cool, and so is this garden room, and it's in the corner. So that's it. It's California corner. Okay. Next video after this, gonna get the roof joists on, get it boarded. I probably should have boarded the walls in this on the exterior, but hey ho, let's do that in the next one. Please remember to hit subscribe and follow Ben's Garden Room DIY, Ben's Backyard Builds. It's lovely to have you along for the ride as always. This build is going places. I don't know if you checked out my Instagram as well. I've chucked on my latest design development on there because I'm using open rain screen cladding, which means that you can be a little bit more playful with the roof line. So check that out on Instagram. Might bung a little image of it as I'm chatting about it now. And yeah, that's it. The walls are up. Let's get that roof on.